Continuing on with Pike on page 7 toward the bottom, he does something else real interesting here. He shows us another reason why, not only numbers being sacred symbols and the cube being a sacred symbol, because of what they remind us of in a relationship of individual to individual, of individual to nation, community to community, and so on and so forth. It is a group interaction. It is a cooperation and a participation in justice. Once again, he reiterates this theme: the wisdom and the power of the deity are in equilibrium. The laws of nature and the moral laws are not the mere despotic mandates of his own omnipotent will. In other words, God is not being a tyrant by giving us the moral and natural laws. For then they might be changed by him, and order become disorder, and good and right become evil and wrong, honesty and loyalty become vices, and fraud, ingratitude, and vice become virtues. No, things are not topsy-turvy. He's not going to change his mind and all of a sudden turn the good into bad and the bad into good like tyrants and despots do here on earth. No, his laws are eternal. Omnipotent power, infinite, all by itself, would necessarily not be constrained to consistency. That's the reason why with omnipotent power must be balanced with infinite wisdom. I love how he does this. This gives us another reason. Look at that triangle. Wisdom, power, and knowledge. Or harmony. It's a triangle. It is perfectly balanced and in equilibrium. That's why a triangle is also a sacred geometric symbol for we Freemasons. It ties in the three good aspects and the result of the infinite wisdom, the infinite power, being in perfect harmony in the deity. And that is what we seek to emulate. This is why triangles in geometry are so important. They remind us of perfect ideals in perfect coordination to produce perfect happiness. This is why we strive to emulate this. The laws of God are not obligatory on us because they are enactments of his power or the expression of his will, but because they express his infinite wisdom. He is not having us obey these laws because he's powerful enough to do that. It is his wisdom to show us the laws, command us to keep them, so that we can live in ultimate, perfect harmony with one another. That's a very good concept to get. Page 8 is a very important page. This is good stuff. They are not right because they are his laws. They are his laws because they are right. Ponder that. That is profound. Just think about that. From the equilibrium of infinite wisdom and infinite force results perfect harmony in physics and in the moral universe. Wisdom, power, and harmony constitute one Masonic triad. They have other and profounder meanings that may at some time be unveiled to you. But for now, what we're dealing with is a beautiful geometric symbolism, a mathematical correlation with physical, moral, and eternal law in order to give us perfect harmony, justice, peace, wisdom, and power. Very heady stuff. Did God make the laws, or are they eternal with God? And he just simply, in his wisdom, uses those universal eternal laws that already exist to produce the maximum happiness and benefit for us as his children. There's some deep philosophy in just this paragraph. You could ponder this for quite a while and analyze it. Well, as to the ordinary and commonplace explanation, it may be added that the wisdom of the architect is displayed in combining, as only a skillful architect can do, and as God has done everywhere. For example, he combines in the tree, the human frame, the egg, the cells of the honeycomb. He combines strength with grace, beauty, symmetry, proportion, lightness, ornamentation. That too is the perfection of the orator and the poet. To combine force and strength and energy with grace of style, musical cadence, and beauty of figures, the play and irradiation of imagination and fancy. And so in a state, the warlike and industrial force of the people and their titanic strength must be combined with the beauty of the arts, the sciences, and the intellect if the state would scale the heights of excellence. You need all of the different parts in a proper proportion. You don't get rid of one part to emphasize another. No, you keep all the parts and make them harmonize all together in one grand, gigantic symphony of peace and love and harmony with people, as well as your individual. And then the people are really free. Harmony is this, as in all the divine, the material, and the human, is a result of equilibrium. That is key. The idea is keep a proper balance. An equilibrium of the sympathy and the opposite action of contraries. A single wisdom above them holding beams of the scales. To reconcile the moral law, the human responsibility, free will, and the absolute power of God. And the existence of evil with his absolute wisdom and goodness and mercy. These are the great enigmas of the Sphinx. Wow. That is one screaming page. Page 8. That is absolutely outstanding. He brings in the ideal of the eternal divine with the ephemeral human and says we can balance this, put it all together. It produces automatically symbols that has great meaning within the mathematics, within the philosophy, within the moral, the poetic, the artistic, and the legal, as well as economic functions, purposes, and points of society. I mean, that's good. I love page 8. Page 7 and 8. That's now he's starting to build it up and pick it up. And it just gets better and better, more profound throughout the rest of this book. So, I will continue on with the bottom of page 8 in the next video.